Hello, all you beautiful souls out there. This is Sherry at Soul Conscious Tarot, and we're going to see what wants to come up in the energy right now. I'll be pulling on the strongest collective, whoever that wants to come, whatever collective wants to come through. So we have the intimacy card, bonding, sensual, confiding. This is all about relationships, romantic relationships, or very close, intimate relationships. I shouldn't say romantic. It's more intimate, is what I'm getting. Because we can feel this from friends, we can feel this from loved ones. Going back to the what the card says, intimacy, intimate relationships. So I feel like right now in the energy is a prime time for probably people reaching out, people contacting, maybe feelings and emotions being dredged up and wanting to connect to those that we love at this time, or someone wanting to connect to you. And as we say that, like us with the past life coming out here, this could be definitely could be a soul connection if it's a romantic connection. I really am getting the vibe this is more romantic. It is leaning toward someone from your past potentially wanting to come back, or someone new that is a strong soulmate that is coming into the picture. Whether that be a past person or new person, we'll figure that out hopefully as things come. Well, here it tells you your intuition is going to know. You're going to know, inner knowing, you're going to know who this person is. You can feel it, the first person that your mind jumped to when you sat down and started listening to this reading is probably the person that this is referring to. Hoping, this card came out yesterday, that hoping this is the person connected to you, the person coming in is hoping, they've been hoping that you're going to have this, be able to have this close intimacy. They want to share, they want to share their love, their intimacy with you. And intimacy can come out, it shows itself in many different ways. It doesn't have to be about the bedroom stuff. It can be, intimacy can be being vulnerable and sharing. A past life card came out again. Okay, so this is more than likely, like I said, it's kind of given me a vibe of, well, definitely someone from your past, more than someone new, but it could potentially be someone new, but I'm leaning toward this as somebody that you already know. Okay, this already in your life in some capacity. You've crossed paths with this person at some point in your timeline. Okay, now to the extent you've crossed paths with this person is remains to be seen. So it's interesting because it could be, it doesn't have to necessarily be an ex-lover. It can be someone you've just crossed path with, and there was like a little bit of a spark of a connection. Maybe you guys didn't pick up on it at first, but this person like maybe never got it off of their mind, and they might want to be coming forward, if it's somebody new that, or somebody that you're not thinking of, or as I said, I really feel for most of you, it's going to be whoever, when I was going through those beginning cards, whoever is on your mind, like popped into your mind, not maybe who you came to the reading for, but who popped into your mind while I was saying that stuff. So unmarked trail, revelation. Yeah, 57. So 5 is a number of change. And so is 7 in a way, but 7 is more of a slow, it's like slow change. So it's like a fast change with like, I almost feel this is as a fitting in. Look at this. It's like finding balance. This is about balance. The way these stones are stacked, there's a balance and a symmetry to it. But it also is with it being a card of revelation, it means that either you or someone else connected to you is kind of waking up to the fact that, hey, I want to be more in this person's life. I want to make more time for this person in my life. But that comes with it, especially if it's someone that if it's somebody in your life that you just cross paths with. Say you met, like you were talking, you were going shopping and like in a supermarket, and you run into somebody, or you're just going through the aisles and someone starts up a conversation with you, and you kind of hit it off and you're talking, but then you go on your own ways, maybe never see each other again, happenstance, chance meeting. where you just really, you connected but not really connected, like if that makes sense, like you connected but it didn't go anywhere. Okay, so I feel like that's for some of you, that's the case. This person is somebody that you just have not, you've ran into along the way, and they have you on their mind right now, and they're thinking about you, and like, gosh, I wish I could run into that person again. I wish that that's that hoping card coming through. I wish that I could connect with them again, because like since that meeting, they liked who you were. They want to have you in their life in some way. This could also be, as I said, an ex for some of you. It could be someone who is finally realizing revelations. They're realizing that that if they pulled away, if they disconnected, they're realizing their mistake. Okay, they're realizing, oh, that there's the kind of the towery moment came in and said, okay, we want, what we did was probably not the best for our highest good. So let's go ahead and get our tarot and see what comes through on this person that wants to show up for my collective, for the collective we're pulling on today. Who is this person? Give me more insight into this person for my collective, and maybe their thoughts, feelings. What's going on with this person? So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I really feel like something's changed for this person. Something has really, really changed in their perspective, because we have revelation, and then when the Wheel of Fortune is, especially with it coming with this revelation card, is really about having those epiphanies, having awakening to emotions or feelings we didn't realize that we had, or a longing or desire for something, and wanting to take action to make it happen, like knowing that things are changing, that you want things to change. Is what's coming through. And then the Three of Pentacles, somebody who's wanting to come in and work on this. That's what I said. It's either somebody that you've ran across in your life that's realizing, man, they're thinking about you heavily, and they're sitting there going, God, I wish I could have a better connection with the collective. I wish that I could have, I wish we could have exchanged numbers. I wish we could have exchanged addresses. Now I just have to, I have to hope that that fate, the Wheel of Fortune, will play in my favor and connect us again, so that I can, this time around, I'll make sure I get their number or get their address or find a way to contact them, because that was a missed opportunity. Same thing if it's an ex. They're realizing the opportunity they missed, and that's what us coming through strongly is somebody who has had the revelation that they've missed an opportunity when they had it, and so they're wanting to rectify it. They're wanting to change it. It's actually a very proactive, I want to do something about this energy is what's coming through. The Sun. See, they realize they want you in their life in some way. Like, they do not like being disconnected from you. They don't like that you're not in their life in some capacity. They don't like that they don't have access to you. And I don't think and I don't want to, that is not a negative connotation. It's just that they see your value. They see the value of you and you being in their life. So that's why they want the access to you, because they see your value. They see your worth. They know that they want you as, part of their life in some way. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. They have a lot of love for you. I think they're just waking up to that, the feelings of the fact that they care about you, that you mean something to them. And it's funny because it can be really strange when we brush, when we have a chance encounter with somebody, like I said, in a supermarket or maybe a gas station or something like that, and you just talk for a brief moment, and then it's later, it dawns on you the impact of that conversation or that person. Is like, oh my gosh, why did I not, when I had the chance, when we were talking, why didn't I take it further? This was somebody I wish I could have in my life full time, whether that be as a friend, but that intimacy that came out, it's somebody that is, that, they're feeling these warm affectionate feelings towards you. That's that intimacy. Like I said, intimacy can come in many forms. So it's somebody who wants to share their love with you. Sharing your love, it can be a friend who likes to give, in some way, give you, do things for the people in their life, or they just, they love to share their love. The Queen of Cups is somebody who definitely loves to share their love. And so this is somebody who, even if in the past maybe this was somebody that didn't share their love, they're wanting to now. They're realizing they want to give that cup. They want to share their love, even if it's, as friendship, just to have you in their life. Like I said, that's what the goal of this person is they're like, I want this person I want the collective in my life in some capacity, because they matter to me. They're important to me. The Eight of Cups. So they realized, that one of the things about the Eight of Cups is it can be you walking away, or it's somebody walking away. But the thing is they're walking away. What are they walking away to? What they feel is their Nine of Cups, their wish fulfillment. So they're walking. So with this clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, this is telling me that somebody realizes that the collective in some capacity is their Nine of Cups in some way. So you, my collective, are this person's Nine of Cups in some way. You're their wish fulfillment in some way. And that doesn't mean, like I said, to be, a forever partner. It's somebody who sees your value and worth enough that they want you as part of their life in some capacity, because they value you. Okay, so give me a clarification on this Three of Pentacles, please. The Knight of Swords. So, with this, see, I really feel like this person wants to say something. This is that proactive energy. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving card in the deck. And what is this clarifying? Clarifying, building something. They want to not only, they want to come in and say that they want something tangible with you. They want something, that is tangible, that they can hold on to, a connection, like I said, access to you, a connection to you, where they have you, where they can access you, and not in a bad way, but in that way of knowing, hey, I can reach out to you, even if it's just Facebook friends, I can reach out and talk to you whenever I need something or want something, or that, I need your insight, your guidance, your wisdom, your knowledge, or just your cheery disposition. It could be lots of things that this person is attracted to, but it really is an honor, because this is somebody who is really, in a sense, kind of, I don't want to say they're really putting you on a pedestal, but it's somebody who really is seeing your worth, seeing like what value you could bring to their life, being a part of their life in some way, even if it's in a very, very small way. They realize that to not have you in their life is a mistake. Does that make more sense? Okay, so clarify the Sun here. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is someone, I feel like, the Knight of Pentacles, he doesn't want to move forward until he knows for sure that something is important to him. So this could be somebody who doesn't make quick decisions, or doesn't act on things very quickly. Someone who really, probably has a history of a little too late syndrome. Like they take their time acting on things, and so they possibly miss out on a lot of opportunities in their life, because they sit and take so much time trying to figure out where they're going and what decision to make, and which way to go, that by the time they actually make the decision, by the time they actually are like, okay, I'm ready for this, I've got myself psyched up, I've made my decision, this is what I need to do, this is what's best for me, this is what I need to do. By that time, whatever has moved, the opportunities moved on, it's closed. So I feel like this is a person, and that they may have, how do I want to say this? This is somebody who could potentially have a lot of depression, or have a lot of fear of rejection, because they they procrastinate on making these decisions in their life, or moving in a direction, taking action on things. And because of that, and because of opportunities maybe over their lifetime have passed them by because they've dragged their feet and taken their time, um, they they kind of get the Eeyore syndrome. They're kind of like Eeyore. Oh, well, I guess that's just the way things are, like they get down on themselves, and beat themselves. I feel like this is somebody that could beat themselves up a little bit. But I think that they, like I said, this is somebody, they see you as a light in their life. You bring light to their life in some way, whatever that is, whatever way. But they realize, you are their light. And I love this, like how this person's looking at this window, like this light, and it almost looks like an arrow that's pointing up to the sun. It's like you're their guiding light. They see that for whatever reason, that you're someone that brings value to their life. But they're sitting here going, is it a little bit too late? But they are, like I said, this is the energy I'm feeling, is this, I got to do something about it. I got to try and figure this out. They're wanting to take action in some way. Now, if this is somebody you met in a grocery store, they're going to be limited, to find you, run into you again. But they are like almost wishing, like the wheel will turn in their favor and they'll have the opportunity to run into you. This might be someone that is actually, if you met in a supermarket, just say, and keep in mind, this is just an example. But if you, like, say you did meet in a grocery store, they may be going to that grocery store now regularly, like that's their grocery store now, because they're hoping they're going to run into you. They're probably even going around the same time of day that they met you, because they're hoping that they'll run into you again. And then this time they're not going to pass up the opportunity to connect with you and get your deets, so to speak. And that may be dating myself a little bit, but that's okay. So then we have the moon. So we have the sun and the moon. You are like this was hidden in their emotions. I think this is something that this is revelation just came up for them. I think we're sitting on the brink of the new moon. And it might be something with this new moon energy. It might be something that it woke up in this person, and this revelation that they had, that you're somebody that is special to them, or someone that really they realized, the value of having you in their life in some capacity. And they want to rectify the fact that you're not in their life right now, or that you're not. And even if this is an ex, okay? Even if it's an ex, and even if you're like, Sherry, I talk to this person all the time, this is someone who is who has not expressed their feelings to you, has not, like, they're waking up to your value, your worth. That's the key here. That's the main message, is this is somebody who is just waking up to how important you are to them. Okay, so even though you may have been connected to this person, even though maybe you've hung out before, maybe, like you have your friends of friends or whatever, or you are connected on Facebook or somebody, this is somebody who's been at your periphery, someone who has, until this point, they didn't see your value or worth. They were connected to you, but they didn't value you, because, and it's not, didn't value you in a bad way, a negative way. It was just, how we meet people and they're just not our primary focus. Like, I have lots of friends on Facebook, people that I grew up with in high school and stuff like that. And I like all of them, but they're not like, we don't interact every day. We don't make an effort to be in each other's life, if that makes sense. So this is somebody who didn't make an effort before to make you a part of their, like, everyday life. This is somebody who didn't do that, who is now wanting to make you a part of their everyday life. They're like wanting to make sure you stay in their life. So they're wanting to take action towards, what do I got to do to keep the collective in my life, to make sure they stay, because I don't want this person to go. I don't want them to, where I don't have access to them. That's the strong message that's coming through here. So I think that's where I think that's the messages that wanted to come through there. So let's go ahead. We're going to go as I've been doing. And I haven't had anybody really give me any comments. YouTube algorithms are so funky. And I don't play the algorithm game. I'm sorry, I don't play the algorithm game. So if you want to see more of my content, you have to help me play the algorithm game, and that you do that through subscribing, liking, comments. I really would love to hear some comments and feedback on whether you guys like doing this yes or no question at the end of these readings. I'm doing it for you, more than for me. So if this is something you enjoy doing every day or when you watch these readings, please let me know in the comments. Just so I have that feedback. It's not about the algorithms. Just so I have that feedback, so that I can provide something better for you guys. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. It's not about me. So help me to help you, so to speak. And all of you out there that watch tarot readings know, we fight the YouTube algorithms. We have to, otherwise our videos just don't get seen. So any support that you can show, any love you can show is greatly appreciated. So I hope you've had time to form a question or think about a question that you may want to ask. And if you haven't, take a moment now. And I do want to mention these readings are all timeless. We're all on different timelines, and even though this may not be your reading right now, it could be in the future, or this could have already happened for you. We're all on different timelines, and this is just the collective energy that came through the strongest right now at this point in time. The people that needed to hear this message the most right now, and you may be ahead of that timeline, or you may be behind it. Or you may be on it if it resonated. But always take in stock all readings, especially timeless readings. Take in stock that they will apply to your life at some point. They may not be right at this moment, but they will at some point. So let's go ahead and get the answer to your question. Well, that wanted to pop right out, and that is a no. Boy, that was a definite. Like I didn't even get time to shuffle, and it just popped right out of the deck. So we have the no card, like oil and water, separate lives drifting apart. So this is whatever this is. I think this is something that you're asking about that's exiting your life. And I think that it's exiting because it needs to exit. Okay. There's something or someone, I don't know what your question was, but whatever it was, I think that all of us right now are going through massive changes, because of the energy that is going on right now with all the planets, the planetary energy, the influences that are going on right now. I don't care who you are, everyone's undergoing changes right now. We're going to be completely different people by the time, like probably by this time next year, if we're not already. Okay. So this is saying, this is whatever you were asking about is something that is slowly probably drifting out of your life, so and if it does, if it does drift away or drift out, it's because it needs to, because there's something better there for you. Whether, I don't know, you probably have all asked about different things, so I can't really clarify very well, but just know that whatever this no is, or whatever question that you asked, it pertains to the fact that like oil and water, your frequency has changed, who you are is changing, and that was a part of your old life. It's not a part of the new life that you're building and forming and becoming. So it's basically saying that this is something you can't take with you on this trip to your next destination in life. As you change, as you grow, as you become a different person, the frequencies of energy between you and whatever this is you asked for are becoming uneven. They're not on the same frequency. We only attract things of like frequency. So once we change, whenever we change, then that's when, why we always feel these, this ripple effect throughout our life, where we lose friends, things change in general, and there's these growing pains because we can't go back. We can't go back. We can only go forward. And because who we as a person are different. So if we put ourselves back in past situations, then we're going to feel uncomfortable because we're no longer at that frequency that those things are at, currently. So we have to go out and find the things that now match with our current frequency. And so that could be the thing. Maybe you and this person only met briefly or sparked briefly, or maybe, you and this person, like I said, even if you were friends or Facebook friends or whatever, this person, like you changing your frequency, now awakens something within this person, because now you and them are on a more even frequency than you were when you originally met. And so therefore you're connecting at a deeper level. Your chemistry between the two, are the sparks are there because you're more in alignment with each other. We go back to this like how this is aligned. So it's like aligned. It's almost given me, now looking at this, like the kundalini effect kind of vibe. It's giving me that kundalini effect kind of vibe, that there might have been a kundalini awakening of some type that somebody has undergone recently, as well. But it definitely has to do with the fact that this revelation came because now you and something else are on a more balanced frequency with each other than you were in the past when you originally met. Okay. So that's where I'm going to leave this message. I hope that this helps you in some small way. I hope it helps you when it comes to this person. I really feel like this is just to let you know that this person may be coming in. They do value you. They do want you as part of your life in some capacity. You always have your free will, and you always have the ability to say no to this person. But I feel like this would be mutually beneficial for you both. Okay, to find a way to fit this person in your life. And it doesn't have to be as a lover, just fit them in your life in some way, because I feel like that this person does really value you and care about you. They're waking up to that notion, so they do want to connect with you and have you in their life in some way. And I feel like by having them in, this wouldn't be coming through, I think, especially because this person really does care about you, that I think that it will bring value to your life as well. Okay. You know what? Let's do that real quick. I know most of you probably have clicked off after I did but you know what? If you're patient and you stayed here to the end, you get the extra bonus of, I want to see, can you tell my collective, will this person bring value to their life? If they allow this person into their life, will it bring value to their life? What's the value it's going to bring to my collective's life? High Priestess, the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Swords. Okay, so this is telling me, man, universe, you're being challenging. So this is telling me that this is not going to be. I have a feeling you and this person have a lot of differences. Okay, so it's not going to be the easiest to get along with. Well, I don't want to say get along. It almost is going back to how do I want to say it? I think the differences between you and this person will actually help you both. Even though it's difficult, because you're so different, since you're so different of people, it's going to get you up in your head. It's going to make you, like it's going to challenge you. I feel like that's the thing. It's going to be challenging. But what it's going to do is it's going to help. This connection is going to help you get more in touch spiritually, like to your own inner wisdom. So because this connection isn't going to be like, you and them are different people, come from different backgrounds, whatever, you and them, it's not going to always be easy to maybe work well with this person. Maybe, how do I want to put this? Okay, um, say, say somebody says something, it's like there's the potential for a lot of misunderstandings between you and this person. Okay, that's what I'm getting coming through. There's this potential for a lot of misunderstandings, but there's a reason for that. There's a reason because you're still adjusting to this new frequency, um, and so you're still learning and growing. And so you're going to have to use your intuition when it comes to this person to really like understand, like read between the lines to understand, because there's going to be a lot of misunderstandings. And so you have to be patient, and you have to, be willing to use your intuition and read between the lines of what's going on. But what that's going to do is it's going to, because if you let the if you focus on the misunderstandings between you and this person, or that could potentially happen between you and this person, you're going to get up in your head, and it's going to be difficult. So the guidance here, the what's coming through as the advice is that, you have to be careful not to get up in your head, not to judge, not to, like, go over and over again over why something happened, and just use your intuition to understand, the understand what's behind the scenes, to read between the lines, because you're still learning a new form of communication is what I'm getting. This person is teaching you how to communicate in a different way than you ever have before. They're stretching and growing your way of communicating, and trying to teach you when it comes to communicating with this energetic frequency that this person's at. They're trying to, this person being in your life is going to help you learn how to work with someone that is at this frequency, and learn not to get up in your head and get yourself confused, get yourself frustrated, when it comes to, certain types of people. It's really helping you grow in a way, expand, your ability to communicate with more and more people, to be compassionate and empathetic for more people with a different frequency than you're used to. It really is going to grow and stretch you, but it's not going to be easy. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not going to be easy, because you're going to have the tendency, because of the misunderstandings, to be up in your head a lot, to feel like this is a challenge, that it's difficult, you know, but there is a reason for it, at the end of the day, you have to just keep in mind this person does actually care about you, even if you can't get on the same page, even if you can't, you guys have a lot of misunderstandings. It's finding a way to work together. That's what the universe wants, for you both to find a way to work together, even despite your differences, despite the challenges. But it's up to you. It's your free will. So you get this extra message if you stayed and for it. So thank you for those that did, and I hope that you got something out of that, because the people that didn't stay aren't going to understand the challenge that's involved here. So you have that extra wisdom and insight to know that what the value of this connection is, where the people that clicked off early won't understand that. So that's what I have for you. I wish you the very best. Thank you so much for joining me. Much harmony and gratitude to you, my friends.